When we look back on 2024, we recognize that investors were well rewarded for their patience as well as tenacity. Despite some of the unknowns coming into the year, investors saw positive returns both in the equity markets as well as fixed income. When we look ahead to 2025, we've identified 5 key themes that we believe will drive the markets through the year. Our first theme for 2025 is that the global economy is advancing, although the pace of growth is going to be different region by region. The US looks a little bit better, whereas Canada and Europe look like they will be advancing at a slower growth. China is the unknown factor here. If the stimulus announced in China is successful, it can have quite the positive effect on the global economy overall. We wouldn't go so far as to say that we are in a Goldilocks economy. However, the growth rates going forward will be dependent on central bank policy, which does lead to our second theme. Our second theme for 2025 is central bank policy and finishing what they started. Many central banks around the world, including the Bank of Canada, the Federal Reserve, and the European Central Bank, started cutting rates in 2024, and we believe they will continue through 2025. While inflation is no longer a concern for central banks, balancing growth and the potential for unemployment will be in focus. Overall, with the lagged effects of interest rate cuts, we believe 2025 will start to see the benefits of central bank interest rate reductions through the year. Our third theme for 2025 is never forget your defense, and this is with respect to fixed income positioning in portfolios. We see a tilting of interest rates, where the short-term interest rates are likely to continue to come down, whereas long-term interest rates are probably going to stay in the 4% range. This sets up for an attractive environment in 2025 with mid-single-digit expectations for fixed income returns. Our fourth theme for 2025 is focus on valuation, whether that be by individual security, sector, or geography. In 2023 and 2024, equity markets were driven by a valuation expansion and less so by earnings growth. We believe in 2025, earnings growth is likely to rule the day, and investors that are focused on better valuation in quality earnings should see better performance versus the broad-based indices. Our fifth theme for 2025 has to do with post-election policy. With the US presidential election in the rearview mirror, the unknown as we look forward is the policy that is going to follow. Obviously, through this election, there hasn't been a lot of policy offered, so we're going to be paying particular attention to what follows over the coming weeks and months, as it may have an impact on the markets. Overall, we feel that 2025 is likely a continuation of 2024 in terms of rewarding investors, if not by magnitude, certainly by direction, and we continue to see positive outcomes for portfolios through the year.